Hello everybody, this is Chris Brown. Thank you for checking out my YouTube channel. If you have not done so, please subscribe here as well as check out my website, chrisbrownbear.trumpet.com, where you're going to find additional resources, helps, and also ways to contact me if you have any questions. I would love to touch base with you and hear from you, hear if you have any ideas or things that you want to learn about. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time through there. There's a contact page where you can reach out to me. You can also see some of the groups, ensembles I'm involved with, including Innovation, our jazz combo, which there's a page for that on that website as well. So today I'm going to explain and talk to you about an exercise that I first got to accustomed with through my studies at Ohio State. I got to learn about it as a very famous study by the great Herbert L. Clark, his first study, his chromatic exercise, his first study exercise, which begins on a note and it goes up chromatically 6 notes, then it goes back down, then goes up again, and it repeats that 4 total times, going up and down that 6-note chromatic line, or what we would call a tritone line. This particular exercise is a very important exercise that I learned as part of Bill Adam and his exercises that he utilizes when he gives it to trumpet students. Now, my teachers, Frez Whitted, James Stokes, gave this to me, and since that time I've come to develop a little modification to it to kind of make it more my own, but also give me not only opportunity to practice horizontal playing, which is what it does, helps you to play fluidly and horizontally, but also while keeping your embouchure steady, being able to play vertically. So if you go to my website, you'll see an exercise on there under the resources page. Go to the resources page and you go under Trumpet Lesson Materials, and that down at the very bottom is Super First Study. So this combines the first study chromatic exercise with my chromatic vertical exercise at the end, where I take each note from the beginning note of the exercise and I outline that chromatic or that tritone interval, going up as high as I can and as low as I can go. So anyway, so this is kind of how I approach it. So you can see, kind of blew through that. I'm trying to play not only horizontally, but vertically as well. And that's why I extended by putting that tritone exercise at the end, where I'm just taking, in this particular, this is number 13 if you have the Clark Chromatic Studies, Technical Studies book. He goes from F sharp to C. So what I'm doing is I'm taking F sharp, C, going as high as I can or as I'm comfortable at that time, and then coming down and playing as low as I can. I'm trying to do it in one breath. That time I wasn't able to get that pedal C out because I was running out of breath. But the idea is that the whole purpose for this is to keep a steady embouchure, to keep your embouchure set. I wanted to see if I could do other things, really navigate around the trumpet successfully without manipulating my embouchure. This is one of the biggest problems that many people have, is they have multiple embouchures when you play low and high. So let me go on. What this exercise does is it goes down and up, and it is an expanding approach to it, kind of like I learned from my teachers where they talked about expanding out. Bill Adam has students do this when he was doing long tones. So I try to do this with all my exercises, expanding out, start in the middle, and expand out. This exercise you want to play relatively soft, as well as I put some points on here that may be able to help you as well to approach it. I say the purpose is really to gain an optimal embouchure control on vertical and horizontal playing, as I said, but use a steady airstream. Number one, play each note with the same sound quality and blow evenly. That's really important. That's why the first part of the exercise needs to be successfully achieved before you move on to the tritone part. Then start with a fermata. So you start by holding the note, getting a beautiful sound, then moving on. That is something that Bill Adam, I learned from my teachers through Bill Adam, not Clark. Clark had you start and go on from there. Repeat the first measure 3 times. So we're going up 3 times. We're not actually going 4 times as written. And you blow through the tritone section, hold the last note out as long as you can, and try to do it in one breath. So if I move on to the second line here, and honestly, I don't systematically do this going up the next note and down. I might vary it a little bit. I might not go as high on one exercise as I wrote on the sheet. It depends. I'm just trying to really get that focused, even blow where I'm just relaxed and I'm effortlessly playing throughout the horn. So I'm going to change my mouthpieces here. I had a different mouthpiece in. My standard mouthpiece is a 3B mouthpiece, and do number 5 here. Then you kind of move on from there. So that one's a lot more relaxed. I felt a lot more effortless in that particular exercise there. This is a good exercise to work on your range as well. I would practice it with your standard mouthpiece. It's a 3B mouthpiece. The other mouthpiece I used initially is one I used for lead playing. It's a Marcinkiewicz Star E3C, which is now called like a Star or an E3 now, I believe. But anyway, so I used this mouthpiece initially, but I would use your regular mouthpiece to develop that sound and then try to translate the sound and flow that you get through the maybe shallow mouthpiece later, because you want to be able to play it on your standard mouthpiece before you move into your others. So I hope this exercise is a help to you. It was a help to me to really not only, once I got that flow from the Clark Technical Studies first study exercise, it helped me to be able to connect and be able to continue that flow playing higher notes. Instead of moving up the horn, I felt I was moving out. And as you play this exercise, think about playing the notes out instead of up or down. And that'll help you get this nice fluid flow to your playing. And it'll help you connect those notes better. So I hope this has helped you. Have a great day. Please subscribe if you have not done so. Reach out to me if you have any questions. chrisbrowntrumpet.com. Thank you for checking out this video. Have a wonderful rest of your day.